Ladies and gentlemen, well, you heard it right from the horse's mouth there, Patti Smith. People have the power. While I don't enjoy cursing over the airwaves, I wish I had a hair on my head for every time she used the word fuck. But what can I tell you? We've heard a lot worse just on the news these last few days, whether you believe it or you don't believe it. So, they say that, politics is a dirty business, and most politicians are like used car salesmen. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't know if I'd want to buy a car from either Hillary or Donald. But, most of you who have been following this show, you know that I was always a staunch Bernie supporter. And I'm sorry that things didn't work out. But even Bernie knows that, for me, as far as I'm concerned, the important thing for most Democrats is to defeat Donald Trump. Just like for most Republicans, it's to get Donald Trump into the White House. So we make no promises. We just try to do the best we can. The only good thing is that as a Democratic form of government, you only have to suffer for 4 years. If you don't like the person, 4 years from now, you just try to vote him out. That's all. And that's all we can do. Okay? Now, I understand there may have been problems with the first half of our show. If anybody has been listening from the beginning, if you could just either go into the chat room, I know that the Rev has the chat rooms open. If you could go into the chat room, if you don't want to call up, and please let us know. Oh, please let us know exactly things if you were able to hear us, and if the audio got through, if we weren't breaking up. So that's always been a big problem of ours, and you just let us know.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that what I think it is? Yeah, that's what it is.
It's
So,
so, ladies and gentlemen, in lieu of the beginning of the show, we're going to say it again live from the lovely state of New York, city of Oceanside, right here. We are the Rebellious Rev and the Doc. He's the Doc, I'm the Rev. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There'll be no preaching tonight, but there'll be plenty of cursing, I think. Or at least we'll be talking about cursing and all different dirty things. So I hope you enjoy the show. Okay, let's go back to continue with the show. You just heard Patti Smith, "Will people have the power?" You know, we do have the power. But we only have the power if we vote. Now, there's a lot of talk that a lot of Republicans, as well as Democrats, are pretty disgusted with everything. And they're just going to sit it out.
big mistake.
Or vote for third and fourth party candidates.
I hate to treat you people, our loyal listeners, the way I treated my students. But the bottom line is, throughout history, Americans have died to give you the right to vote, to protect your right to vote. It all started back during the Revolutionary War. Taxation without representation, the Boston Tea Party, you name it. You have an obligation to history. If not to yourselves and your family, you have an obligation to history to get out there and vote.
Now, I want to tell you something. The media is biased. Okay?
I'll admit to that.
For the Republican is biased, for the Democrats is biased.
I'll admit to that.
So, before you make a decision, make sure you make an informed decision. Follow up with whatever's going up with these young ladies. You know, you can't take everything verbatim. You know, follow what your heart tells you and what you think. And so when you're listening to the Democrats or the more liberal stations, they will keep talking about Trump and the girls. When you listen to the Fox, and I guess that's really the only station that's conservative these days, they keep talking about the WikiLeaks. And they do talk about what Trump says. A lot of people in Fox are not in love with Trump because of what he said. So,
well, I'd like to think
what I really want to say is, listen to your liberal stations, listen to your conservative stations, read, become informed of what's going on in WikiLeaks. There's a lot of nasty stuff that's been happening in the government with Obama, with the Justice Department. It's not good what's going on.
Well,
and the Democrats are not going to talk about, the liberal stations are not going to talk about certain things, and the Republicans, the conservative stations are not going to talk about certain things. The only way you're going to get the truth is if you read about what's going on. Go in and do a little research on your own. Read some of the WikiLeaks. Listen to the Democrats, what they say about Trump said. Listen to what the Trump say about the Democrats. The Trump supporters say about Democrats. Somewhere in the middle there's a truth that I don't think we're really seeing about either person.
You know, I will say one thing. If you're totally fed up with the presidential race, you got to think of it this way. There are 435 seats that are up for grabs in the House of Representatives. Okay? Because every even-numbered year, our representatives are up for re-election. If for no other reason, vote your heart and vote what you think when it comes to your congressmen and your senators, if the senators are up for election, because they're the ones that are governing us, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the House proposes a bill and the Senate decides whether it's going to be confirmed or not. So, I mean, if you don't vote for your representatives, then you certainly have no right to complain about government not doing anything for you.
Exactly. Vote. And also, don't just vote down the party line. If you're a Democrat,
that's true,
and you want to vote for Trump, you can still vote, or vice versa. If you're a Republican, you want to vote for Hillary. Don't vote just down the line, because if the top one says Democrat, go all the way down, the top one says Republican, go all the way down. Choose the people that you know and you think are going to do a good job.
Listen, the Rev and I can tell you that every election cycle, but especially now, because all the representatives are up for a re-election, we are inundated in our mailboxes with all kinds of literature about various congressmen and congresswomen, where you get to read what they're putting out and you get to read what their opponent puts out. This is what the Rev means when he says, make sure that when you cast your vote, it's an informed vote.
Don't be an Archie Bunker.
Forget about Archie Bunker. Don't be our grandparents. I don't know about you, but, if you were Italian, your grandparents went into the voting booth, looked for an Italian name, and that's the person they voted for. If you were Jewish, they'd look for a Jewish-sounding name, and that's the person they'd vote for. And they knew nothing about the person, but don't let that happen to you.
Well, that's how I always vote. Except I'm so many different things that I vote for everybody. It doesn't matter.
Each one negates the other one. So
yeah. No,
seriously, folks.
Seriously, folks. We can't be serious. We can't be seriously, can we?
No.
It's really. It's really sad what's going on. I mean, all kidding aside, we're talking and Mark hates Trump. I hate Hillary. I don't like Trump. But I've heard some things about Hillary that's from a lot of from the WikiLeaks that are really not very promising if she becomes our president. She had a meeting with the Brazilian bankers, and she said she wants to have complete open borders.
That's Trump's biggest talking point right now.
No. This is complete.
No, I heard.
No borders at all, like in Europe. Just the way